I have a whole bunch of salvaged, but still relatively healthy, 18650 and 21700 battery cells. And I need a low budget, high power battery pack for a super secret YouTube project. I managed to get 40 of these solar powered animal repellers, and I'm going to harvest the 18650 cells from them. They are practically brand new, so the batteries inside are in great shape. Since I don't have a spot welder or nickel strip to connect these cells in series and parallel the standard way, I had to come up with my own method. To group the cells in parallel and then stack those blocks in series, I designed my own 3D printed brackets. For the battery pack, I was aiming for roughly 30 amp hours of capacity and a peak discharge current of 70 amps. A proper thermal enclosure for my 3D printer costs around 30,000 forints. Luckily, a local political party had more campaign signs than voters. And as it turns out, these plastic election posters make excellent thermal insulation for printing ASA in a heated chamber. I initially printed the brackets out of PLA, which actually turned out surprisingly durable, but I made the final version out of ASA to handle the heat loads and continuous mechanical stress. Since I needed such high current and capacity, I initially planned around the 21,700 cells. I managed to sort out 26 healthy ones with low internal resistance. I designed aided brackets for both 7-cell and 6-cell configurations, but since I only had 26 cells and needed a 4S setup, I went with the 6-cell design. However, since I have an endless supply of 18650 cells, I also made 10-cell brackets to account for their lower capacity and lower peak discharge current. Since I wanted to connect the cells in parallel, I tried to sort them by the same type and terminal voltage. This avoids balancing currents and prevents weaker cells from acting as loads. A 0.2 volt difference is far from causing a balancing current high enough to damage the cells during natural equalization, so I sorted them within a maximum 0.2 volt window. For the contact surface, I used 6 square millimeter stranded copper wire. Doubled up, that gives 12 square millimeters, which can easily handle peak currents of 60 to 80 amps. Since PLA and ASA are rigid, and I needed flexible pressure to maintain a good connection between the wire and the battery terminals, I cut small rubber pads from a bicycle inner tube. These rubber pads provide continuous, stable pressure to hold the wire tightly against the battery. A single 21700 cell can handle up to 30 amps, which is a lot, and a poor contact could easily cause overheating or even a fire. Dividing the maximum 80 amp load across 6 cells results in roughly 13 amps per cell, which ensures a very safe and gentle operation for these 21700 cells. The idea was to compress the cells together using a threaded rod running right down the middle, with the printed bracket pressing down onto a copper wire to make contact. This lets me basically build with the batteries like Lego. It's completely modular, clean, and super easy to repair if a single cell ever dies. After testing it out, I can say it works extremely well. Now that the parallel packs are ready, I can connect them in series. Since these cells have been sitting around for several years, I charged each block individually. Interestingly, based on the initial voltage and the energy they absorbed, I calculated that their actual capacity is still at 90 to 95%. So, the fully charged packs are ready to be installed in the super secret project. Originally, I wanted to connect them with screwed bus bars for easier maintenance. But in the end, I decided to solder them together. And finally, if you made it this far into the video, you are my biggest supporter because YouTube loves high watch time the most. So if you want to support my work, please watch a few more videos from my channel that you find interesting. Since about 70% of viewers have already closed the video by now, I wanted to leave a quick teaser right here for the most dedicated 30% about the super secret project I'm building this battery pack for. So far it has exploded 3 times and caught fire once, but if all goes well, a full 1-hour video on this project should be coming later this August. So like, subscribe, leave a comment, and all the other annoying, boring stuff that YouTubers always say.